Okay. Good morning, everyone. So, today's deal is I've got one of these Millennium. You know, they make really good tree stands. And this is their 360 stand. It's a great stand. If you, a friend of mine, he runs On Target Archery in Texas. If you need to go to a really great archery shop, strongly recommend those guys. Ask for Brian. Brian runs a place. He's fantastic. All those guys are really, really good at what they do. And they kind of led me onto this stand. This is what we're going to be putting together today, this 360 stand. Now, it's not my first one to put together. In fact, this is my 7th one, I think. But Brian at On Target Archery, he led me onto these things. He was talking about how comfortable they were. This is not a stand that you are going to go out on public land, put up and hunt out of and bring it down. If this thing, I don't know what the weight is. I'm going to guess around. Anyway, so we're going to just put this together today. I've put several of them together. They're already out in the stand. I'll show you how they go up later. I cheat. I can't imagine trying to put this up. If you watch videos online, Chris and some of those guys, they're putting them up and they're showing you how they go to the tree when they're standing on the ground at 3 feet. I don't know how you would even do it with steps or tree steps. It's a pretty heavy item. You could do it, but what I've grown to like is that I have places I hunt. I've got a lot of ladder stands, and these are perfect. If you have a ladder stand, you're probably going, well, why do I want this then? Because when you're in a ladder stand, you're pretty immobile. When you get up in there, you're kind of stuck in that seat with bars and everything on your side. You can't twist and turn real well. And if you get some weird shot coming in from behind you or to your left, if you're stuck sitting and you want to try to stand up, sometimes kind of tricky. These stands, you're sitting in that seat, swivel 360, anywhere around that tree, boom, you're on. Now you might think that they're really big and that you're not going to be able to hide. No problem. I've hunted these now for about 3 years now. Not had one deer see me. I mean, I'm a cantilever and way off the top of the tree. I got my ladder stand below. So what I do, and I'll show you later when we go to put it up, is I use a ladder stand as a ladder to help not only put this up, but sometimes I have a cameraman or somebody hunting with me. I have them sit in that seat and I go up higher and I'm sitting up above it. Now, if you're shooting film and stuff, it's usually better to have your cameraman over your shoulder or above you, but that's not what I got here. So anyway, I use this to even go higher than my ladder stands. So I use my ladder stands are 15 feet off the ground. I use that, step on the seat, and then I step up even higher, pull myself up into these, or I'll put 1 or 2 steps and I'll climb a little bit further and get up even higher. So, but these stands they're great. Once you understand how they go together and how they go up, they're very simple and they're so sturdy. I'm going to say it's probably about 36 inches in diameter or so. It's big when you get it up there. Now on theirs, they have these foot rest rails that go around it here, you can put those on. I never have, just because the way I climb up onto my stand or something like that, I don't use them. They're there for safety for obvious reasons, but I don't use them because I wear a safety belt and everything else anyway. So I don't usually put these on. I don't put these on my ladder stands either unless I'm using it as a shooting rest. Now, I do have, as you know, it's like one of these Primo shooting sticks that's 6 on there. So what I did, and I can talk to you about this later, they've designed this, and unfortunately Millennium doesn't sell several of these arms, which is kind of sad because that's what they should do. And I called them. I said, have you thought about this? Would be probably a really good idea to sell extras of these. But no, they want you to go and buy the whole entire mechanism again. It's business, right? I get it. But I'll show you what I've done. I've used a control, like a cotter pin type assembly, like a bearing pin. And I drilled all my seats and I put it on both sides where I can easily just take this out, slip a pin through it, and then it does the exact same thing. So I have to carry this with me every time I go to a different stand, but it's okay. It saved me hundreds of dollars as well. So, and I don't need that many of them. So I just have this one that I use, and our rifle season is usually 2 to 3 weeks. Well, I mean, it's 2 weeks long, but then you have a muzzleloader season. So you really don't need a rifle rest that often. In fact, I don't really shoot that many deer with a rifle. I mean, I've shot more, I would say 80% of the deer I do hunt, I've shot with my bow compared to a black powder or a rifle. But anyway, you just never know, right? Here we go, we'll put it together, but it comes with everything you need. It has a safe rope, safe link systems, everything that you can imagine that you would need in a stand. Millennium makes really good quality products. Here's the deal. You need to find a place you can buy them and pick them up. If you order this stand, I think I pay a little bit over $300 and something for this stand, but I pick them up. If you don't, if you go on the line and try to order this stand, the shipping cost on this thing, it's going to cost you almost double to get it to your house. So find a dealer, pick it up at their place, save yourself a lot. You can buy 2 stands for the cost of buying one and having it shipped. So it's worth the trip if you're going to do it. So anyway, let's put this thing together. As you can tell, it's heavy. But I'll just show you, since didn't even think about filming this until late last night. I was like, just going to put it up. I was going to run out early this morning, set it up. I thought, you know what? I have not seen very few videos on this stand online, how to put it up, how to assemble it, anything. So I figured, why not help a few people out? It's all stapled here. If you like cardboard for all these different miscellaneous things you do around your house, you're going to love this because it's good quality cardboard. You can use it changing oil in your truck or for whatever you need it for, painting, whatever. So I always save this stuff, cardboard. Call me a nerd. So yeah, here we go. So very well packed. Again, it does come with a safety belt. I'm not sure you really, I mean, most of us hunters that do this all the time already have a safety belt, but I do save these because I do have people that come out and that don't have their own safety belt, so I always keep these on hand. But that's off to the side, don't need that. Again, here is the safe link system, the rope. This is so, you put it up in your stand, let it hang. Every one of the stands come with these. I don't do that. I pull my stuff up my stand. I carry a rope. I have it clipped on my safety belt and my tree stand safety belt. And when I climb, I pull all my stuff up after that. I don't do that because I'm using ladder stands and stuff. So always 3 points of contact when you're walking up a ladder. Anyway, and then you have the bag of hardware and then all the ratchet straps, everything in here. And not a lot put together there. And then you got your instruction manual. Won't need that because I've done this a few times. So packed really well. Everything is zip tied together in the box, so there's not a lot of rattling and things don't move around or shift in here. Let's see. So we'll put the chair aside. Get this taken care of first. That's a pretty simple item. They do a great job. I'm telling you, Millennium makes some of the best stands out there. I mean, I've got several different stands from several different manufacturers, and I mean, there's a lot of good stands out there today. But I have a climbing tree stand that's collapsible that I really like. Wolf stands, they make pretty good stands. Summit does. So it's just kind of Is it Ford or is it Chevy kind of deal. So this is the top that goes onto, that'll mount to the tree stand. It'll be one of your 3 points of contact. You'll see here in a second. So these are the 2 arms that go to the round part of the stand here. This piece here goes with your seat. Okay. So you'll also see on the stand here, there's like a level. That's really important when you're hanging the stand. I could show you later how that works, because it's like once you get it up there and in position, you want to get that set before you put the rest of it on. So everything else in this bag is you have, that comes in it, you have your hardware, which isn't a lot, and then you have your 4 straps. There's 4 straps that hold this stand up. 2 in the middle, 1 at the bottom, and 1 at the top. And then you have this red strap as well that helps you hang the stand. It goes around the tree first and you hook it in place. So, hey, what are you doing? Hi, you want to be on camera? Are you trying to be sweet? Always wanting to be on the camera. All right, she knows I'm on camera, so she's always asking for treats when I'm on camera. So I got to get her some treats. See? She always, see it? She always raises her foot when she wants something. Oh, here comes Dum Dum. Oh boy. Dum Dum's been in the pond. Oh, what am I going to do with you? Sit down, Dum Dum. Her name's really Denver. She's just a young pup. Both of these are Wild Rose dogs. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Sit. Good. Stay. No, let's back up more. Back up, back up, back up. Sit. Stay. You got one that's a drooler. Okay. All right. Back to this. Me, being clumsy sometimes, I put all my hardware in these magnetic hardware things. So, you'll have this bracket, this big bracket here, that goes to your chair, of course. There's a lot of these little knobs in here. Those go to where the ratchet straps will loop on there. So we will put this together quickly here. You know, I like to put things, just get everything together before I start tightening everything down. Always been that way. You just, you know, you torque one thing down. So these all go together like on this end for the seat, for the part that goes against the tree. Your longest bolt, then your receiver that takes the ratchet strap, a washer, and it goes down through the hole, and then you have another one. You repeat the same process coming back in the other direction. So then you do washer, right? Then your receiver for the strap, and then your lock nut, and just slide all that on there. And so I'm just going to put these together. Then I'll go back through and tighten everything down. So that goes like that. Right? Then you have, we're going to do this piece here, which is just your receiver for your seat. It's these 4 here. Get one through there. Get one through there. Again, bolt, washer, rinse, repeat kind of deal. Right. So I'm going to hold that through the mesh there. Always fails, never fails. Okay, we're going to put the other bottom piece on here. So, like that. So that is the long leg here. So it's important that you get this right, because this is where all the leverage is. So when you're doing this, make sure, you want to make sure, that this is facing downward. So right now I'm looking at the underside of the stand here. So when it goes together, it goes like that. So it's braced against the tree like that. And then the ratchet strap goes around underneath it, not on top of it. So pretty self-explanatory here. So when you put these together, always like the thread going in this direction. So when you put this together, you're supposed to be putting a washer in between these so that way it glides really easy. So this is where it can get kind of tricky, because you're trying to put one washer through another washer through another one, right? So it gets a little tricky here. So you go put that in through there, slide that up in here. That goes through. You can kind of see the washer there. Drop that washer down through there, giving it enough torque. Try again. So just slide a screwdriver underneath there to hold that washer from falling through. All right. Oops, missed it again. I know, Dakota, you want more treats, don't you? I'll wear my foot out. And that goes through there like that. Then you put that on there. And the nut. So you just repeat that on the other side as well. Okay. So there you really just finished assembling the stand. So that is the bottom part. It just swivels in. You see there, nut, washer, bolt, or washer and bolt. So there, that's assembled. Now what we're going to do is I'll just tighten it all down and be done with that, and then I'll show you how to put the seat together. Okay, so now we are, just so you know, everything on here, it is 9/16 and 7/16 is all you need when you're tightening up everything. So we're done with this, so tighten everything up real quick. Didn't want to bore you with that. So this whole stand now is assembled. You know, that's nice and tight. This is pretty good. So everything's ready to go there. So we'll set that aside and get to the seat. Okay, so now we have the seat here. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have your piece here. So this is your seat part here. It's going to push down in here. Let me push this through here real quick. That's the way it's shipped. There we go. So that pulls through there. So that's, as you can see, is your seat there. Then, so this piece here goes in the back. It's got a big kind of hole here in the back for that. And then the rest of this piece is going to fit on this bracket, which you have that other bracket. So that's where if there's any tension at all, that's the one piece that makes it a little bit more difficult to put on there. This will go like, yay, and that'll go down below. So let's get this thing put together real quick. Oh. Set that like that so it doesn't fall. So this is where you have, you go put this together, you have your longer, this is your 1 7/8 inch. Goes through the back on this side, like so. And then you just have a simple washer that goes on there. And your lock nut. And we'll tighten that up here in a second. And then the back of this, there's a little hole right here. The little hole. That hole and that hole, or that little pin goes in there. Because you want it tight. So once you get that in, then you put the rest of the hardware on there. Take the bracket, bolt, just through there, and the washer. Come on, let's go through there. Oh, I forgot this is threaded. I forgot about that. So that part is threaded on there. So you got to thread it and put the nut on there on the other side. So you have to thread this through and then slip this on there when you get it on the other side. So again, this is 7/16. We'll get that through there. Very easy. I only let it go through far enough. Tighten both down at the same time. Then I had the washer. I'll feel that go through. And then I had this nut. You can tell the nut. You have to kind of hold on to that till you feel it take it. It'll only go so far at first till I get a wrench to hold on to it. And I do the same thing to this side. Hold on one side. I will tighten a little bit at a time because I want this to be equal. Somebody's here wanting more treats, aren't you, baby? She loves to be on the camera. She's quite the character. Get these tightened down nice and tight now. Don't want to over tighten. This is aluminum. You just want to make it snug. Don't want to over tighten this. There we go. And then there you go. There you are. And now you can see how your seat will fit in there like that. It comes down. What's really nice is the seat at the top. So whenever you store it, when you're hunting in it, it's really nice. It's got these little elastic straps up here. So the seat doesn't stay down all the time. You don't have squirrels building nests. So when you're done hunting, you just latch it on that little spot right there. It keeps it nice and snug. So anyway, so that is basically the assembly. Now you'll put a little bit of white lithium grease on this whenever I get out in the stand to slide it down in that hole in the stand, and I'll show you how I do all the rest of that when we get out there. So be ranching right, moving on.